Good afternoon, Stampin' friends. It's time for Sunday Stamp with Susan. And as you, I'm sorry about the confusion. My son-in-law couldn't get an Uber driver. His is on Long Island for something with his son, and there wasn't anybody else available. But then his flight got delayed for the fourth or fifth time, so he didn't need me. So sorry for late notice if you are just coming on or joining me late. Welcome, welcome. And if you're watching the replay, welcome to you too. I would appreciate if you could share my video. It helps me a lot, and it lets Facebook know that that we've got people interested. So I don't see anybody on yet. I'm going to start slowly then. Yesterday was World Card Making Day, and it was free. They had directions, and these are the two cards that I made. This one is using the Cottage Rose, which is one of my favorite. Now, there's no DSP involved in either one of these. It's die cutting or stamping and coloring. We used a couple of new techniques that I didn't. I've done coloring, so I can do that. But this was using a water painter and ink on the inside of your stamp pad. And I will be demonstrating that technique on Wednesday for my Tidbits with Susan. So come and join me for that. And these are two nice cards that I'll be proud to send. Now, this is our... it's not September anymore, is it? Well, let me just fix that. It's a new host code, but it's October. October host code. So I hope that doesn't confuse anybody. I guess I'm full of confusing stuff today. I don't see that anybody's joined me yet, but I'm going to keep going. Today, whoops, I wanted to get the paper to show you. So let me do that. I have piles of stuff everywhere. Oh, hey Judy. Hey Jeanette. Well, I'm glad people found me. Going to show you some of this paper from the Boughs of Holly bundle. Beautiful series. And Donna, thank you for watching. Make sure you all comment to be able to go in my drawing to win this card. And I'm just putting up some of the papers that go with this bundle. There are 6 different patterns. You get 2 of each. And these, there are some interesting colors here for Christmas. This is some leaves and some berries. Very interesting design. And on the back is something very bold. That would be fun with something like Santa's train if the or Santa's delivery if the colors matched. This is one of my favorites. I love this. I love the different colors for Christmas. I'm always looking for different colors for Christmas. This is the back side, and I have used that for a card. Here's some poinsettias. Now, I'm not a person that's crazy about poinsettias, but these are beautifully done. Now, on the other side is a dotted ombre, let's call it. Then we've got larger poinsettias, and I don't think that I would attempt to fussy cut any of them. And on the back is that same variegated ombre look. Here's some other, and I have fussy cut around this one, some other poinsettias on a white background. And the back side of that is, I don't know what to call it, but I love it, and I made a card out of it. Then we've got rows of pine trees and spruce trees. And on the other side is a mottled watercolor with a variety of greens. So the back sides are interesting. The front sides are beautiful. And let me show you two cards that I was playing with. So it's Boughs of Holly. I did get the bundle, which here's the stamp set, and here's the hollyberry dies. And if you get this bundle, you save 10%, so it would be $51.25. There's also some ribbon that goes with it, a natural woven ribbon. There's some embellishments, textural elements. Well, that's not it. Let me see what this is called. I just had the little bag out here. Well, it's not the textural elements. It's a little, I will find the name of it. Oh, you like the poinsettias, Jennifer? Okay, these are open leaf trinkets. Open leaf trinkets. Nice little gold accent. So, let's see. This is a card I made with, I cut out one of those poinsettias. You're not a big fan of them. I'm not either, but something about these cards intrigued me. Now I've used a rose gold ribbon behind this. This is a little medallion sort of. And I don't have that in here. I don't know which one that went to. I think it's the trees. Yes, that's trimming the tree is what this little one goes with. And then we've got some stamped and die cut holly berries in a neutral color. And we've added an open and a closed holly leaf. And you can use these with some glitter on them. I just was intrigued by this paper. Oh, Judy, you love all of that paper. Okay. Well, let me set this card aside and show you this one. It has that background that I like, and I've paired it with Mary Merlot and Distressed Gold. And then to make the Poppy Parade cranberries, no, those are holly berries, aren't they? Pop, I've done that with Poppy Parade. And I backed the gold. So I love this. A birch bark, yeah. Well, those are something I've been playing with. And let me show you. This is our stamp set. We've got 2 different size leaf stamps. One is solid and one is an outline, so you could choose what you use. I have some of these stamps out and on blocks that I'm going to be using. Holly Berry Solid, Holly Berry Outline, some nice sentiments, Christmas wishes, seasons, greetings. I've used To Friends Near and Far. I've used Joy. This is going to be From Our Home to Yours. And remember, you can go in the drawing for this card I'm going to make today by commenting on my post. So please comment as we go along. You can say like this, hate that. And here are some of the dies. I've taken some off. That one from this card was this die, and I was intrigued by it. I can cut out my holly berries. I can cut out some bear fronds, and I can cut out the backing to this. In addition, I've got the 2 large open dies that I've used. And I've got the 2 closed dies. And I will be using this to make a sentiment. And I'll be using the holly berries to cut out. So, Leaves of Holly. And for this card, whoops, pulled you right off, didn't I? There, get rid of that shadow. Yes, pink or white poinsettias are nice, but overall, you see I've used very little of them. I'm starting out with a real red 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.5, and then burnished with our folder. I'm going to do portrait card. I've cut a piece of DSP from the smaller poinsettias. This one is 4 by 5.25, and I'm going to adhere this to the front. I don't normally use liquid glue, but I'm going to need it for this card, and I just put too much up in that corner, so I want to smear it in here. It holds well, and some of my pieces are going to need that. It also gives you a couple of seconds to smear it around and get it exactly where you want it. So there's our background on our card base. Then I've cut this piece of, because I wanted it to be a little mellow, not harsh, I've cut a piece of very vanilla, and this is 4 3/4 by 3.5. And I'm not going to put this down yet because I want to do some stamping. Now, you can always create your own DSP. Because these are photopolymer, I'm going to need my Stampin' Pierce mat. I have it covered with a piece of scrap paper so that I can... Now, I'm making this card fresh for you for the first time, so I'm not sure where I'm going with it. That's what I wanted. I just wanted a subtle shape on this card. And I think I'm going to stick with this one. And you can see that I'm going off the card a little bit. I'm going to set this one aside and try the other one. And I like the stamping off because it makes the color a lot lighter. And there could be a variety depending on how I push on it. I think this is creating the effect that I wanted. There. So let's see what we're going to do with this. I can put this away. I know what I forgot to get. Okay, these are already cut, so I can put this away. I just wanted to show them to you. It's quite a big set of stamps that goes, or dies that goes with that. Now, I don't know if I have a piece of that cardstock here or not. I don't. Nope, maybe I do. Nope, I don't. Okay. So, that's our background. I'm just going to clean these stamps off with my Stampin' Scrub so I don't forget to do it later. Okay. I'm not going to start building this yet because I do want to have, oh, I need a scrap of red. I'm sorry. I'll just step over here. I've got all my cardstock close. Find a small piece because I want to stamp the holly berries. Yeah, Stampin' Off makes a big difference. I mean, there's some places here where it's a little darker, but that's okay. That variegation is fine. And I want to stamp with real red the holly berries. And I'm using the open stamp and not the closed one. I'm stamping red on red. And I'm kind of casing this from the catalog. That's where I got my inspiration. This set is in the holiday catalog. Also, while I'm here, I'm going to do this in red as well. I need to get it on straight, or that can be a disaster when I stamp. And actually, I'm going to use a trick that I saw. I'm going to lay this down. On the grid, and then place the stamp over it. That way I know that it's straight because I lined it up. Now I'm going to okay, it may be straight, but it's on the wrong side. I put the stamp on backwards. Has anybody else ever done that? Okay, let's try this again. Now I've got the bumpy side up. Yeah, oops is right. Now it looks better. Okay, let's see if this is going to fit. It will, okay. Okay, I'm just gonna cut a little so I don't have to run that all the way through the machine. Put that away. Bring up my mini boss. Mini is a great help for cutting things out. There are a lot of small things that can go through here. Okay, I'm going to put my holly berries there and lay this over them. Try to get it just right. And then I'm going to lay this down. And we'll run it through. Things may shake a little, and I think that bottom die moved. You can always use our outdated washi tape. It came out okay. I'll go with it. If you don't have a die cutting machine, it saves so much time. I mean, these could have been fussy cut, but this is a time saver. Okay, now I'm going to prepare this card and think about where everything's going. I may want to refer to my catalog because that's where I got the idea. Huh, where did I put it? Over here. I'm kind of casing this, and they used one of the other backgrounds. Oh, and I missed cutting out. All right, I'm going to skip it. Okay, the first thing I want to do is put some glue on the back of these holly leaves. Cut the outlines. And just where I think it needs to stick. What is that you hate cleaning up, Jennifer? Okay. Now I want to place this on the solid leaf. Okay. Because the background is so dark, I went with lighter greens for my holly leaves. A little of the glue goes a long way. I think I've got just about everything that I wanted to do there. I don't want to touch the glue. Turn it over and give it a good burnish. Okay, so there are those two leaves, and we're going to put them at angles together, one a little bit higher than the other, and I am going to attach these to the card. Again, I'm using liquid glue. Liquid glue goes a long way. I think I've still got my 2 original bottles. I don't use it a lot. I'm just going to put a little bit right there. And now this one is going to go higher on the card. And then I'll put this one a little lower. You know you're using the glue right if you hear the tips scraping, whoops, on the cardstock. That is a tip from Miss Darlene. And again, whenever I use liquid glue, I like to burnish it with my bone folder. Now we're going to attach our little embellishment with a glue dot using our take your pick tool. Pick it right up. Whoops. We'll put one there. And one there. Whoops. Didn't want to stay. Got that kind of folded. And then we want to put our holly berries on. Now, I'm going to take this ribbon, what's it called? The natural woven ribbon. And I want to pull enough off that I can make a nice bow here. But one of the things I want to do is take one of these colors and just edge the ribbon. I think I'm going to take the old olive. And I'm just going to do the edge of the ribbon. And this is one of our Stampin' Writers. It's perfect for the job. You can lay it flat. I think we've colored ribbon before, but today it's a different kind of ribbon. Now some people fray this. I'm not crazy about it frayed, so I'm just going to try to tie it. It's very smooth and soft. Dear. I have to try to get this one turned over. Not real good at bows. I bought a bow maker from another site and I can't quite get it. Okay, this tail needs to turn. Tighten up. I think I want my tails a little longer. What do you think? I use my scissors to cut diagonally because I want to keep it from fraying. Okay, just try to get that twisted right. And I need to trim this off more. That diagonal cut keeps it from fraying. If I go that way, it'll fray. If I go this way, it doesn't fray. So we want a few dimensionals here. To really hold it down. Okay, we'll try 2 and see if that works. Well, here we go. Oops again. I've put them on the front, but they come off, so let's see where we're going to place this bow. I think that it should go right about there. It is bulky to put on there, and I think I need a couple more. Okay, I guess our holly berries still kind of show. I think the bow is kind of awkward, so if you make this card, you might want to use a different ribbon or tie it smaller. There, maybe I like that better. And then I'll trim off the tails again. Okay, now we're going to put this on with dimensionals. I'm going to put one in each corner. I just want that interest of having it pop up, even though the bow is popped up. Now this may not be a card that we can mail because of the thickness of that bow. So this may have to be a hand-delivered card. Of course, I will be mailing it to someone here. Okay. Try to get it centered on there. And then, whoops, hit you again. And we're going to put, oh dear, got ink on me. Don't want to do that. That red always gets everywhere. Okay, so we want some dimensionals to put on the back of the sentiment. Because it's longer, I'm going to put one in the center. I'm going to tear those off. Now the poinsettias aren't front and center on this card. That right there. But they add a nice interest to the background. And I do want to add see where my jewels are. Here are some real red jewels. These are a holiday rhinestone basic jewels that we've had. And where do I want to put them? I'll put one there. I'm going to put one there on that red smudge. And then I need to move down here, so I've got a triangle. And there we go. A card from Boughs of Holly. The holly is foremost. Oh, put the bow lower? Yeah. I was trying to get the end of this embellishment put on. Let me see if I can change that. I'll move that down too. Let me get some more blue dots. Trying to peel it off with the ribbon doesn't always work. Okay. Now I gotta move that rhinestone. I'll move it right to there. So, what do you think? Is that better with it showing? You can see more of the holly berries. You were thinking out loud? Okay, that's better. You like that. Okay, so we've got 3 cards for inspiration for you. This is our holly berry, let's see, Boughs of Holly. Boughs of Holly, it's called the Leaves of Holly with Holly Berry Dyes. That's the Leaves of Holly bundle. So, I hope this gave you some inspiration for different color Christmas cards, although the last one is red and green. I'll see you Wednesday for Tidbits with Susan. I've got a great tip and a new technique for you. Thank you for joining me. Please share my video, and then when it's uploaded to YouTube, don't forget to like it. And if you're not on my email list, please send me your email address to Stampin W Susan. It's stampinwsusan@gmail.com. That's all for today. You ladies have a great week too, and we'll see you Wednesday. Bye-bye.